In the next 3 videos, we'll take a look at the Type tool and the 3 kinds of type objects in Illustrator. I'm going to click on the Type tool here, and you can see that there are 6 different type tools. There's the Regular Type tool, which is the Point Type tool, the Area Type tool, and the Type on a Path tool. Then there are vertical versions of those 3. So if you're working with Japanese text, for example, that's read vertically, you'd use those. As we'll see in this set of videos, you really don't need to select a different type tool for each function. Depending on where you're typing your text, Illustrator will usually know which kind of type object you want. So I'm just going to select the main type tool and click once on my artboard. And now you see a blinking cursor. So I'll just start typing, and you don't see the anchor point right now since I'm using the Type tool, but once I switch to the Selection tool, you can see that there's a single point and a baseline on which the type sits. I'm going to hide the bounding box so we can see this better. So there's that single point. Now here's the thing that sometimes confuses people about point type. Wherever you initially place that point, it'll stay there until you move it. It's just like any other point. But people seem to want it to move depending on the alignment of their text. So to prove this point, I'm going to draw out a couple of guides to intersect with the point. Now when I change my text alignment to centered, you see that the point stays put, but the text moves relative to it. Same thing with the right-aligned type. Another thing to remember about point type is that it does not automatically wrap. If you use Adobe InDesign or Quark Express, you're accustomed to thinking about the structure of your page. That is, you have to draw some kind of container, a text frame or a text box, then place your type or text inside it. And when the text gets to the edge of that frame, it automatically jumps down to the next line. With point type, I can just keep typing on until it falls off the edge of the canvas. Here's something else to keep in mind when working with point type, or any type object in Illustrator for that matter. When you have the Type tool selected, you can press Command-A or Control-A on Windows to select all of the text in that object. You probably use this shortcut a lot, and it usually selects everything in your illustration. But when you're using the Type tool, it selects the text in the currently active type object. And that's good to know because there's another handy shortcut that lets you quickly resize your text. To make it smaller, hold down the Shift and Command keys, or Shift and Control on Windows, then press the less than key. This is also the comma key on your keyboard. To increase the point size, press Command Shift and the greater than key, also known as the period key. You can also use the bounding box to resize point type, and we'll look at how that works and how it's different from area type in the next video.